Get in here, please. Hit the like button, hit the like button, put your like number in the chat. We got to talk about what's happening. There are things going on. And apparently we got to deal with it. So as of, as of right now, we are live on YouTube and Twitch. I keep telling y'all, if y'all follow me on Twitch, you are guaranteed to get notifications. You're guaranteed to get notifications, and that's super important because when I got stuff to tell y'all, I'm gonna tell you and I'm gonna go. And I did see Journey B, another one of our UK girls, in our replay comments, and she was like, "Did you stop coming live? I haven't seen you." Y'all not seeing me because YouTube got a girl shadow ban and they not sending out notifications. So if you want to get notified, follow me on Twitch. That way we can get around these people, okay? So make sure y'all get in here. Thank you for putting your like numbers in the chat. Make sure you use your engagement button. Bottom right hand side, the circle with the red heart emoji. Send up your bubbles. Let them know you in the house. We got to cover some things today. Let me greet who's here. And then let me tell y'all what's on the agenda. Because, honey, it was some pleasant things, and then there were some not so pleasant things. Okay, so we're gonna cover them all. All right, we got Belicious in the house. Happy Sunday! Thank you for being like number one, sweet beloved. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday to you, Leah Aries. My good sis is here. I'm so glad to see you. Vita Worship is here. She number two too. Y'all hit it at the same time. You and Leah. Vita, I actually didn't eat. I was planning to eat, and then my day kind of got disheveled. I'm going to tell y'all about that too, because some things happened, and we're going to mention that. We're going to talk about that a little bit, and I'm going to tell y'all where to watch to go get the whole thing. Happy to be happy. We glad you made it. Thank you so much for being like number 4. Appreciate it. Sweet beloved at 2. We got Callie Dream at 6, and I thank you. Helene Easley, there's my sister. She's number 7. Girl, they took your crown. Helene, they took your crown, girl. Don't let them do you like that. Okay, Magaline Lamar is here. Thank you for being here, sis. Happy Sunday. Thank you for being like number 9. Krista Jones is here. Hey, thank you. Glad you're here. Glad you made it. And Janetta Porter, thank you for being number 14. Hey, Candy Delight. Thank you for being 18. Hey, Trina Taylor. Thank you so much for being 19. Delicia is here. She's 24. Vintage is 20. And I thank you, ladies. DS, the amazing, the incredible, the crazy is like number 20. And I thank you. Fatima. Hey, sis. How you doing? I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being number 26. Candy Butler. Hello, beautiful. So glad to see you. Hey, Jenny Patterson. How are you? Happy Sunday. Thank you for being 27. Lolly Lop in the house. Thank you for being 29. We got Generous Soul. She's so lovely. Happy Sunday. Thank you for being 31. I'm that girl. Another UK beauty is number 32. Hey, DM Rocks. Did you see this? Though that Taylor Swift shouted out her friend. Oh, that's nice. I don't follow Taylor Swift. I don't know her music. I've heard of her, of course. Who hasn't? But yeah, I don't know nothing about her, but that's nice. Renee Michael, hey, thank you for being number 34. Hey, Aries Diva, how are you? Blind Beauty in the house. Make sure y'all are hitting that like button. Happy Sunday. Hey, Angela Davis, what's up? Thank you for being number 12. We got the Mac Man in the house. Hey, Andrew Mac. Thank you for being 35. Tony Booth, my nephew is here. Hey, Neff, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Good to see you. Miss Nisi is 38, and I thank you. Y'all continue to hit the like button. Please run my likes up. Real quick, y'all know my latest thing that I have been enjoying. I've actually been enjoying going on Instagram Live to make sure that we don't lose anybody. Okay. Let me make sure we don't lose anybody, because sometimes y'all be on Instagram when y'all should be on YouTube. Yeah, Mac, your crown missing too. They caught you slipping. Y'all know how they do. Y'all know how they do. So, hey. All right. So, like I was saying, I'm trying to make sure I'm live on Instagram and on YouTube to make sure we don't lose anybody before I start running my mouth, because once I take off, we off. So the housekeeping, hit your like button. Please put your like number in the chat. The like lottery is always in full effect. Sierra Content, Tracy Lashley, Angelica, we're live on YouTube. Y'all come on over. Step on over. Come on. Auntie Eva, thank you for being like number 42. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, but I like to kind of try to be live on both so we don't miss anybody. Um, Please make sure y'all put your like number in the chat. Like lottery is in full effect. It's very much a scratch off, not the Mega Millions. We got something on your 40. We ain't got nothing on your light bill. So please understand that. Also, make sure y'all are greeting each other in the chat. Everybody should keep it friendly, keep it cool. No disrespect, no cursing, nasty talking like that. If you must say a curse word, please misspell it. Just respect my house a little bit. It's not Sunday school, but just misspell it if you don't mind. No personal attacks of any kind on anyone in the chat. Definitely don't try it with me because I roast and grill, and I don't want to do that to anybody because it's not nice. It doesn't feel nice. Um, also, also make sure y'all are greeting each other in the chat. If you see someone new, say hi. And if this is your first time, please let us know in the chat or put FTL for first time live so that we can welcome you personally and individually in the chat. Okay. So today, let me tell y'all. Hey, Alex Henry. So I was going to come on earlier, but I got a call. Sabra Hardy, thank you for being number 47. I got a call and found out that Onika Mirage went on Spaces, decided she was gonna lie about her lawsuit with Nosy. Y'all know Nosy from Nosy Ho Live. Well, she talked all about that. So when we get through here, y'all can always go over there and watch the full video. It's in detail, and she kind of goes over everything that went on, everything that was done to her unjustly, and what actually took place. And it don't match the story that Onika's telling. Just like that interrogation that we watched in Patreon didn't match what Onika said either. I'm not judging, but I am saying Onika be lying, y'all. Hey, Tracy Lashley, thank you for being number 48. So listen, so that happened. That absolutely happened. But if y'all want to see the full story, please mosey, cha-cha, slide, step this way, step that way, all the way over to Nosy Ho Live and watch that video so you can see the full breakdown of everything that took place. Okay. And it is must watch. That's a must watch video, so don't miss it. Also, what we're talking about today, Lil Wayne took that video down. Remember the video he put up where he was talking like this? Hey, Vet, another one of our UK beauties is definitely in the house. Hey, girl, make sure you hit the like button. And he took that video down, and we got to talk about what that means and maybe ask the question why he took that down, because I think that's a valid question. Also, Lecrae, the same Lecrae that got a shout out in Kendrick Lamar's Watch the Party Die or Untitled with the Black Air Force Ones. Lecrae, who got the shout out, made a remix verse. We're going to talk about that and what he said and what that means. Porsha Williams got a big win. Y'all know Porsha Williams from RHOA. Big booty Porsha. Miss Twerks a lot Porsha. The princess of Thoughtlandia, Porsha. She got a big win in court, and we got to talk about that. And we got to say, I got to go over a little bit of this stuff with Diddy and Dawn Richard. Now, y'all know I don't cover Diddy too much because I don't like him. And when I really have a deep-seated dislike for people, I try not to talk about them too much. Like, just kind of go through your mental Rolodex and look at who I don't talk about so much. It's usually because I don't like them. Okay? So this time I got to. Hey, Jacob, we live on YouTube. Come over. The channel is just my name, Seanitra. We want to see you. Come over. We got to go over what's in that lawsuit because Dawn Richards let us know that she covered for Diddy, according to her, while he was trafficking and violating people, underage children and women and the like. So we got to talk about that too. And Sheree is out here grifting for pennies, honey. So we're gonna talk about that too. Sheree Whitfield from RHOA. So we got a little bit of RHOA talk. If I got a chance, I'll mention what's going on with the RHOP trailer. If you notice, I haven't gone live about it because it ain't much to go live about. I'm not really enthusiastic about this season. If I'm being honest, I'm not enthusiastic at all. Hey, Sherlock homeboy, thank you for being like number 53. Yeah, let's get into it. Mind you, I'm going to. Hey, Lady J, make sure y'all come over to YouTube. Yeah, because we live right now. I'm going to end this Instagram live so we can get into it. Okay? All right. Trina, please stop telling me about them commercials. I ain't being funny, but please stop telling me about that. I can't help you with that. You done said that to me about 4 or 5 different videos. Please stop telling me about that. Please. So anyway, let's start with Lil Wayne, shall we? Because we left off with Wayne and the chain theory and what he did. Okay. Because I told y'all, well, let me recap for the people who weren't here. So I have the video up. If y'all want to watch the video is still live. Rochelle, thank you so much for being like number 49. Wait, before I start talking, before I start recapping and talking and telling y'all what's going on today, being the town crier, let me check my likes and let me check my bubbles, because y'all know I'm sensitive about my bubbles. Okay. And that's not a secret. I'm real sensitive about my bubbles. Do I have bubbles? Oh, I got bubbles. Okay, bet. Niecy Rose, the beautiful, the gorgeous Niecy Rose is here. She's like number 58. Hello, gorgeous. Oh, man. Aries Diva, thank you for hitting it. Mace with the mess. Girl, where you been? I miss you. I'm glad you're here. Miss Kaiser Sose is in the house. Yes, now we got a party. So thank y'all so much for sending up my bubbles. I'm very sensitive about the bubbles. I am. I like them. I should have never seen them, because once I saw them, I fell in love. I ain't got but 62 likes, but that's okay. I know y'all working on it. Y'all not going to treat me bad. You wouldn't do that to me. I know. So listen, I miss you too, Niecy. We have got to gossip. I got so much to say. Cassie G, thank you for being number 55. So listen. Here's the recap on the Lil Wayne situation, right? I got a different throw today. I'm under my wrapper today. So the recap is, hey, Aquastar, welcome. This is your very first live. Wait, before we get going, I misspoke. Moving too quick. I need y'all to spam the chat and tell Aquastar, welcome to the front porch, where we gossip and talk about these other people's business. Okay? And I mean spam the chat too. Spam it. Thank you, DS, for being the first. So the video I put up about Lil Wayne in this situation with his Super Bowl video, I saw a lot of people kind of calling Cap and basically pointing out, hey, is that K Charnay? Yeah, K Charnay. This is K Charnay's first time too. Make sure y'all are welcoming K Charnay to the chat. Welcome, K Charnay. I appreciate you, both of you. Thank you. You and Aquastar. Please don't let this be your last time. So a lot of people were calling Cap, calling it a pity party, because like clearly that's what it looked like, right? Like what else the hell can we call it? So anywho, I started paying attention to his entire behavior, like the way it tracked down, like the footprint of it all. You know what I mean? And it went all the way back to December of last year, him doing an interview expressing his interest, but almost like he was counting on it, like he was counting chickens before they hatched, possibly because he knew his name had been added to the list because of his association with Jay-Z, right? And then we watched him from the time that the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef took place, being very visible on social media, almost messy. And we have never known Lil Wayne to be that visible on social media. And we have absolutely never known Wayne to be messy. And we got a messy version of Wayne. We had Wayne showing up on stage, performing that song, The Motto. And when he got to Drake's verse, he's holding a chain up. They not like us, or they don't like us. And when that wasn't clear and it didn't really send a message, and it did look goofy, like he wasn't comfortable doing what he was doing, but I didn't really put much into it. I'm like, well, maybe he ain't good at being messy. So that's why it's coming off awkward. Like the energy was awkward to me. And then when you know that didn't quite take off, and you had people still saying, no, he couldn't mean that. And then it turned into, okay, so he does the song with Corday Saturday Morning, and he has a verse with a bunch of Drake disses in it. I was like, huh? But it was still kind of ambiguous. And then he pops out with the XO chain on from the Weeknd's camp. And he didn't show up like that once. He did it twice. Once in a photo while he was, playing a guitar or posing like he was playing a guitar. And then the next time when he was standing next to some clear man, I don't know who that man was actually. I don't know them people like that. But he had the XO chain on again, right? So it's like, oh, he's driving the point home. Then he did the song with Rick Ross and them. And so it was almost like he was going out of his way to be seen going against his own protege. And so we're all thinking, well, maybe he does still feel a way about Drake sleeping with Tammy. Maybe that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And so after all of that, and then we get the announcement that Kendrick Lamar was doing the Super Bowl, we get silence from Wayne, and we all, I won't say everybody in the world, oh man, Sandy Schneider, is that Schneider? Yeah, I'm going to say it's Schneider. Sandy Schneider is here her first time. Y'all, please welcome Sandy Schneider to the chat. Please spam the chat with the word welcome, okay? Being friendly won't hurt, it's free. So after that, we get silence from Wayne. And I can't say every single person noticed that Wayne was quiet, but I would say most influencers and content creators, we all recognized that Wayne was silent. So much so that I said, well, maybe Wayne knows something. I think maybe Wayne knows something. That's why he's silent. And magically, the minute, the nanosecond that Kendrick, the boogeyman Lamar, pops out with this Black Air Force One energy on the Watch the Party Die, and the conversation shifted from attacks on Jay-Z and slander against Kendrick Lamar, and the conversation switched to Watch the Party Die and the Black Air Force Ones and trying to track all of that down. Then he talks. But when he talked, it wasn't, I'm disappointed, but shout out to Kendrick Lamar. It wasn't, I'm disappointed, but y'all stop attacking my friend Jay, because this Negro paid $14 million for me to get them 2 tax liens off my neck from 2011 and 2012. It wasn't that. It was, I'm broken. I'm a victim. I made myself believe I was going to get it, and nobody told me that. It was, oh, it hurt so bad. I felt like ish. And then, and only after the internet and the public at large did not take the bait and start swarming Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar like a hornet's nest, he took it down. And I saw someone in the chat say maybe it's because he felt like, you know, he was embarrassed because of his appearance and people picking at his appearance. I assert and I submit to you all that he took that down because it didn't work. Instead of them seeing him as a sympathetic character and began to attack the gentleman who got the performance awarded to him and attack the friend that paid $14 million for your funky tail. And I said it. Yes, the setup, it was a failure, but it was sad. I was very disappointed to see that Wayne took part in that. Instead, what it did do, hey, Kalisha, thank you for being like number 72. What it did do, on the other hand, was make people dig up all of his problematic behavior, his problematic lyrics, his colorist lyrics, his anti-Black lyrics, talking about beating a woman's private part like Emmett Till. Oh, beautiful Black, but she'll look better red. People went and dug up, you know, what is racism? I don't think racism exists. All lives matter. White police officer saved me one time. They dug up his terrible performances. They brought out the fact some people didn't even know that Wayne had performed at Renaissance in LA and walked off the stage early due to sound issues rather than performing like a professional. And then the rumors are out that he even struck a dancer backstage. It backfired horribly. And I knew that it would. I knew that it would. It backfired horribly. Absolutely horribly. At this point, I believe everybody in that clique over there is shook to hell. Maybe that's why Miss Thing was late showing up to perform in Buffalo. But I'm not going to talk about her. We done already clowned her for the day. Okay? Yes, Nisi, he said that tougher than Nigerian hair. Like, what does that even mean? Negro, we all Black. What does that even mean? Every one of us came from dang near the same place. Most American Blacks are West African. So what do you mean tougher than Nigerian hair? Yeah, he said a lot of problematic bullcrap, and all of it came back to bite him. He is not the sympathetic character that he thought he was. Not to mention the way y'all roasted and dragged that man for looking like E.T. and a gremlin. The way that y'all clowned that man for looking like, you know, he was on that stuff. The way y'all picked at him, I thought the man had a straw in his hand. Y'all done told me it looked like a pipe, a blunt, and everything else in the world. Y'all roasted the pure D hell out of that man. And so y'all roasted him so bad, he took the video down off the internet. So Wayne, I'm not sure exactly what you hope to accomplish with that. I think it was the pity and, to go for, blowing dog whistles and to sick the internet on Jay for not putting the fix in for you. Both of y'all's names was put on the list and your city chose somebody other than you. Okay. So, that's what happened. Wayne took it down. That's what I think about it. I'm not going to belabor that issue, but at least y'all know where I'm coming from, and I'm not hiding the way I feel about it. Now, moving right along, because we don't need to give that too much energy. Porsha Williams scored a win in her divorce case. It's not finished yet. Hey, sweet diva girl, where you been? I don't know the last time I saw you. Porsha Williams scored a little bit of a win. Yes, she did. And she scored a little bit of a win. And let me get her documents. The crux of it is Simon was trying to get the prenup thrown out. The conditions of the prenup thrown out. He tried to say that he signed it under duress and why he would right that why would he do that? He tried to get it thrown out. He tried to say that because she agreed to be a stay-at-home mom and not work, that because she was considering going back to work, or that she agreed to go back to work, that somehow that he needed discovery on her income and all this other stuff. That's why he kept asking for information from Truly Original, from Bravo and things like that. He was hoping to make trouble for her on her job because he was angry that she was able to just go, I'll just go back to Bravo and get a few million. No problem. He wanted her to be somebody that was going to be left in the lurch. So he's very upset right now. Shrek is angry. Nobody go to the swamp. Nobody go visit far, far away. Shrek is having a moment. Okay? Because he went on there to say, this is not a win, while showing documentation to prove that it was indeed a big win. Now, while we segued from what was going on with Wayne, but let's go back that way. So Lecrae, the Christian rapper that Kendrick shouted out in that song, Watch the Party Die. That's what we keep calling it. It's untitled, but we call it that because that's what's in the hook. The Christian rapper Lecrae, he actually did a remix verse. I'm gonna play it. Like, if they want to cut it out, then I'll just cut it out. And if they try to hit me with copyright or something, that's kind of the thing they do. Sometimes, every now and then it happens, but I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna let y'all hear it because I feel like fair is fair. Now, he got a pair of white Air Forces. I guess he say he ain't trying to do no heinous material, no heinous activities. So no black Air Forces for him. But I think his verse was powerful, actually. Like, I don't really do Christian rap. I don't have time for that. But he did, and I'm gonna let y'all hear what he said. And yeah, I think fair is fair. We're gonna let him have it. And up next is Diddy and Dawn Richard, because that conversation has to be had too, in my opinion. So let's listen to Lecrae, y'all.
Should I write a verse? The culture got enough clout chasing vultures out here, trying to prove their worth. They need attention. They can't imagine me not trying to make myself look bigger off of this Kendrick mention. I can't imagine his position. Before I got on my mission, I was a party victim. I bought the party favors. I used my trauma, my single mama, to justify commas to pay the devil's wages. Oof. That probably went over their heads. Basically what I said is I was government fed, bred for doing time in the feds, but Jesus bled. Instead of putting dents in their head, he turned his. My cup runneth over with nonsense. They hearts grow colder, they love to do evil, they burn their conscience. I want the dealer's head who gave my cousin fentanyl. Labels exploiting rapping addicts, man, I'm sick of y'all. My daddy ran with Compton Chris, my uncle's Pyru. Stuck in the middle of this madness, what should I choose? I should be choosing between Howard and Ham. Hampton. I love the people that I ran with, but look at the damage. You want me to put you on, but I know you still with the scamming. A crooked doctor took advantage and hooked me on Xanax. It's killers sitting in a cell for taking somebody innocent, and they don't even feel no remorse. The worst ignorance. But when I take a look in the mirror, the blood of Uriah's on my hands, cause I'm that killer who had Bathsheba in his quarters. I'm that who let Eve taste the fruit of death. I'm dead sinner, I deserve death, along with all these liars and hypocrites. Fake tough rappers who fabricate their predicaments. Fake deep guru pushing voodoo on the people, telling folks that my God ain't real. That's real evil. I wonder what Lecrae would do. Hopefully seek the hand of God and tell him that he's incapable.
Okay.
Truthfully, I'm nobody to judge. My good deeds are like some period blood stains on a dirty rug.
Ooh.
All I can offer them is Jesus' love. I know it sounds foolish to many, like, really? That's all you got for us? Yeah, the cross is foolish to the perishing. The world will call me weak and the saints will say I embarrass them. I walk in valleys full of evil, I'm aware of it. I can't condemn the world and burn all of the heretics. Love is patient, so I'm trusting in the narrative. And Christ didn't watch the party die, he died instead of it.
Well, you heard what he said, and he ain't told no lie. So shout out to Lecrae. You know, I love anybody who stands on their convictions, and I think he did a great job. I think he did a stellar job. And he was so clear. I don't even really feel like I need to pull up the lyrics on Genius. I think he said everything that needed to be said. I like that he, you know, was still on the same type of vein, same type of time that Kendrick was on, while staying true to who he is and repping for the cross, because that's who he represents. Everybody talking about red and blue. He said he represented Calvary. Go ahead, Lecrae. Lollipop say this made me cry. It's powerful. He went there. Listen. Lecrae went there, and I'm not mad at it. Renee Michael said he's the one that spoke about being at a Diddy party. Just remembered. Well, I'm thinking he probably wouldn't have I don't think he would have liked that. Funny you mentioned a Diddy party. That's what's up next. Funny you mentioned that, right? But yeah, so I don't know. I like it. I like what he did. I like that like I said, he stayed true to the theme of what Kendrick put out, but he actually, you know, I think Kendrick came from a place of being fed up and being angry and being fed up with the condition that not just hip hop but our community is in. And I think Lecrae came from a point of pointing out how horrible things are, but he was a little more hopeful in his message. And I think he was speaking to the, you know, I wonder what Lecrae will do. And I think he's saying, like, in case you was wondering what Lecrae would do, even though I'm just as fed up and I'm just as angry, I'm going to go ahead and lean on the cross, and I'm going to let you, you know, handle it how you handle it. Now, I like that. I really enjoyed it. If I'm being honest, like I said, if they hit me with a copyright, then I guess I'll cut it out. Okay. Hood Star, thank you for being number 83. Carrie Clark, thank you for being 80. Tony Booth, listen, I like it. I do. Me likes it. But it's funny that y'all mention a Diddy party. Funny that you mentioned that. So we got to talk about Diddy's parties. Okay? I'm going to assume that everybody in here has heard about Diddy's parties. If you heard about Diddy's parties, put a 7 in the chat. Because I'm going to go through and read part of this information, the court documents from Dawn Richard, Richard, whatever. To me, it looked like Dawn Richard. I'm not pronouncing your name fancy. I ain't got it for you. There's my beautiful niece Couture Bay. Hello, gorgeous. She's here. All right, I see the 7, so I ain't got to catch nobody up. We already know about Diddy's parties, and y'all know I don't spend my time talking about this man because I don't like him. He's not likable. He's not a likable fellow. He's just not. But I have the court documents. Now, Megan Cuniff went and got them. Y'all know Megan Cuniff, the nice, clear lady with the thick glasses, the one I call the greatest American hero, the one who kept us up to date with accurate information about the Tory Lanez trial back when that was happening, right? Last year? Was it last year? It's been so long. I'm getting old. Forgive me. But y'all know Megan Cuniff. Well, she got the documents from the case with Dawn Richard and Sean Combs, Diddy. Puffy, Papa Diddy Pop, whatever y'all want to call him today. Okay. So I went through this document. I looked through it. Nosy was going through it. That's how I heard it. I heard it from her. And so when I look at the documents that's here, y'all, I have sad information to report. It really upset me. It affected me in a horrible way. Dawn Richard admitted to covering for Puffy. She admitted to being aware of and a party to him trafficking children, violating intoxicated and inebriated women. And not only did she cover for him, she did it for 15 years and only spoke up once she saw that Cassie got a check. These are her words, not mine. These are her words, not mine. And now my beautiful niece says that she's lying. I don't believe so. I believe that she's leaving some things out. And I think that she's leaving things out about her own involvement in this situation. Y'all, please hit the like button. If y'all want to support, my Cash App is scrolling on the screen. You know, a girl likes daiquiris and stuff. Yes, honey, that's right. Navi or Naxby. I don't want to say it wrong. If you're new, welcome, baby. Yes, and searching for them albinos. So no, she wasn't lying. She left some stuff out about her involvement and everything that she has done, but there's no way. Oh, she lied about her relationship to him. Oh yeah. Yeah, I believe that. Now that I do believe. She left all that stuff out, which is why her story sounded fishy. But the things that she told, if she was going to lie, I'm thinking you wouldn't implicate yourself in the commission of a crime while doing so. Yeah, leaving some stuff out. And it's giving that she covered for Sean Diddy Combs. How do you cover for a man that heinous? How do you, in your right mind, like in your right senses, what would make you cover for that type of person? That's all I'm asking. Humbly. My Christian Key is here. Hey, boo. Yeah, I believe her. I believe that she is a disgusting, heinous criminal. I believe that Puffy needs to go to jail and she needs to go with him. I believe that. I believe that. Yes, Sandy, that's not smart. That's not smart. And Mace, you're right. A lot of them were a party to his crimes and still are. And they hid what he did. They hid everything that he did. They were a party to it. She kept the secrets, honey. Let me make this bigger. Y'all know my eyes bad. Hold on. Let me, yeah, I think I'm close to the right page because I got to read this to y'all. You just going to have to bear with Auntie. Y'all know my eyes ain't no good. I spend too much time looking at stitches and sewing on sequins and beads and stuff. But I want y'all to hear what she said happened. These are her words now. On top of her saying that they would have meetings and he would show up in his drawers and stuff. The fact that she claimed that this man, oh, my sister Dap sent me a Cash App. Thank you, Daphne Sylvester. I love my sister. She says she got something on my daiquiri. If don't nobody got nothing on my daiquiri, Daphne says she got something on my daiquiri. Thank you, Dap. So listen. She said, let me give y'all the synopsis before I get to the real dirt. She said that he was making her and the other ladies uncomfortable. He would have meetings and show up in his drawers. She said that he owed her $1.5 million, $1.5 million, ain't never paid her for her work with Danity Kane, yet she claims she came back to work with Diddy Dirty Money. Now, how he owe you $1.5 million and you came back to work again without getting paid? Baby, y'all was either sleeping together, you slow, or you lying, and it's one of the three, and you pick one. But that's what's going on. Now, she said he would walk in her changing rooms and stuff when she was getting dressed. But the part that got me was this party incident. That's why I said it's funny y'all mentioned the Diddy party. So she said that they were called, her and Kalina, the same one that's saying no, she lying. Hey, too adorable, thank you for being 91. Kalina said you lying. I might have been around. I ain't seen none of the stuff you saw. Do I believe that? No, I do not. I believe Kalina saw the same stuff she saw. She just didn't try to circle around and get a check. Well, Dawn did. Dawn did. Now, so since she talking, we can only address what she said because these are her words. I don't want to miss what happened. Yeah, she said he grabbed her buttocks and kept calling her skinny. But said she had butt at the same time, was grabbing on her behind. Said he touched her chest without her permission. She said she did work with Ciroc vodka and he never paid her for that. Hold on. Let me get back to what she said. Oh, she said that he would be on drug induced binges, wouldn't sleep for days, wouldn't let them sleep. He would just come wake them up and make them work at random times. So she said she started sleeping in a chair with all her clothes on and her makeup on, so that way when they came to wake them up, she could just get up and go. That's what she said. I'm not making it up. That's what she said. She kept putting in stuff about him and Cassie, and he hit Cassie. Like, girl, we done seen the video. We know he beat the piss out Cassie. We're all aware that he beat Cassie. But she kept putting that in there about him hitting her in front of her, and she was so shook up and she couldn't sleep, yet she didn't call the police for Cassie. Oh, she didn't do that. Hey, Marcy. Right. Why would you be working for free? Unless she was sleeping with that man. And if that's what it is, then girl, say that. Was you sleeping with that man? Was you sleeping with the man? Okay, here's where she really implicates herself and lets us know that she was absolutely, she covered for him. So now this is item number 59 in her lawsuit. This is actually on page 13. So if you go to Megan Cunif's social media and you get the documents, this is on page 13. I'm not going to try to upload it because y'all know I am about as technologically savvy as Shannon Sharp, and I don't feel like embarrassing myself today. Okay. Hey, Sharon A. Thank you for being 92. Welcome. So this is what she said. Item number 49 on page 13 of her lawsuit. These are her words. I'm not putting no words in her mouth. The following day, Miss Richard received a call demanding that she return to Mr. Combs' residence to continue recording. Wait, no, I don't want to get, that's not the one. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Item 60 on page 13. My bad, y'all. In or around November 2009, after the Soul Train Awards in Atlanta, Georgia, Mr. Combs flew Miss Richard and Miss Harper to his house in New York. On his private jet for an after party. There were many well-known celebrities at the after party. Now, y'all know Cat Williams say that Diddy be wanting to party, and you got to tell him no. The copious amount of illegal drugs were being openly consumed. Okay, that's fine. Y'all in that weird industry, all y'all use dope. We got that. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs had arranged for dozens of young women and girls, and she was careful to say young women and girls, some of whom appeared to be underage, to be transported to the party. And I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to tell y'all why that's the problem. You know why that's the problem? Because you got a lot of other celebrities who have said, oh, I've gone to his parties, but they ain't never do nothing in front of me. We just recently witnessed Marlon Wayans say on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp, I gone to the parties, but ain't nobody did nothing like that in front of me. So she doesn't even have that. She doesn't even have that level of deniability. She's saying she saw everything, that there were women and young and girls, women and girls. So she's not saying the term girl to mean women, or like some people like, oh, the girls are here and they just referring to female persons. That's not what she did. She specifically indicated that there were grown women and there were girls. Now that's what she said, not me. He had arranged for dozens of young women and girls, some of whom appeared to be underage. See, I told you. To be transported to the party. So she witnessed this man bring in underage children in 2009. Yet we're only hearing about this in 2024. Now, it's one thing if you want to be quiet about what you suffered, because that's personal to you. And I'm never going to tell any woman you don't have a right to decide when you're comfortable talking. But if you're a grown woman and you're any kind of woman and you're worth your salt, and you see this Negro who, according to you, you have witnessed being erratic, drug-fueled, irate, dangerous, and violent, and you see him bringing in underage girls, ma'am, why did you not reach out to law enforcement? I'm going to keep going. To be transported to the party. The women arrived wearing little to no clothing and were given drugs and alcohol. Many of them appeared to be lethargic or passed out. So they were so doped up that she said they were lethargic. They were not even cognitive to time, space. They were not oriented to anything that was going on around them. And you watch that, and some of them, according to her, were even passed out. That's what she said. While Mr. Combs and his guests performed sexual acts on them. Sexual acts. Y'all know what I'm saying. So you watch people being blaked. You witnessed, you watched women being violated. Great. Hey, one proud grandma. Welcome, sis. You watched it. Because there's nothing else you can call that. If someone is so inebriated that they cannot consent, that is grape. That's what that is. There's nothing else you can call that. Y'all, please like this video and send my bubbles up. Okay? So she's telling us that she watched people being raped in 2009. She's essentially telling us we could have got rid of Diddy back in 2009, but Dawn decided she was going to cover for him. Don't worry, I'm going to prove my point in just about a minute. She said Miss Richard believed that her presence at the party was to test to see whether Mr. Combs could trust her. Well, let's ask the question, y'all. She witnessed this in 2009, and she didn't say nothing until, according to her lawsuit, seeing Cassie come out gave me the courage. So until Cassie got her a payday, she ain't tell nothing. So put a 4 in the chat if you think that Diddy really could trust her, because I think he could. I think Diddy could trust her just fine. What y'all think? Y'all think he could trust her? I think he could trust her. I think she was trustworthy. I think that she would keep his secrets. Yes, Khaleesi, 15 years later, Sweet Diva says 4. Khaleesi says 4. Yes, he could trust you, Dawn. You were proving how trustworthy you were. You would even allow him to, according to you, great women and children. Yvette say, oh, he could trust her. Yeah, he could trust her. 15 years, I would tell anybody he couldn't have trusted me 15 minutes, baby. Let me keep reading because this gets worse. Hold on. Mr. Combs repeatedly said things like, this is a buffet. Enjoy yourselves. This is what we do. This is how we party. Okay, Boo say 4 + 4. Hello. Good night. You ain't wrong. Right, Helena, until now, because she want to pay that. She saw Cassie get that money. She said, wait a minute. I've been holding this. You can't trust me no more. Miss Richard says she felt shocked and horrified at the sight of Mr. Combs and his guests violating incapacitated young women. Why are you not saying the children? Because you said it was children there. You mean to tell me they was only touching the ones that was over 18? Oh, I can't stand a lying heifer. And implored Mr. Combs' personal assistant, Capricorn Clark, to allow her to leave. And Miss Clark insisted that Miss Richard wait 15 minutes for Miss Clark to make it make sense. That is, to make Miss Richard exit seem less conspicuous, so Mr. Combs wouldn't notice that she had left. So you decided to leave. According to you, Capricorn Clark, Lord, what was her mama on? Capricorn Clark told you just wait 15 minutes so it'll look more natural and more normal, right? And when you left after them 15 minutes, Dawn Richard, why you ain't go straight to the police station? Why you ain't go somewhere and anonymously call the people? If you didn't want to call the people yourself, you could have went anonymously. You could have went to a payphone, Dawn Richard, and you could have paid a crackhead. You could have paid any jug on the street to make that call for you while you stand there, just so your voice wouldn't be on the 911 recording. Why you ain't call the people? This woman is silly and sick enough to think that we're going to cheer her on for watching women and children be trafficked and violated while they were doped up and high. She waited until Cassie got a check, and then she had the courage. That's when she got the courage. The courage. Anywho, knowing that she was not free to leave and had to wait for Miss Clark to help her orchestrate her departure, Miss Richard experienced feelings of panic and being trapped against her will. Well, what the hell was you feeling once you was free? And you did, what did your conscience feel like when you didn't get no help for them children? When you didn't get no help for them grown women? Did you even look to see if those girls made it home? Did you check the National Registry for missing and exploited children and stuff? Did you look to see if any of those children was on the missing posters and milk boxes and stuff? Milk cartons? It gets worse. This self-serving hooker, it gets worse. Puffy should have been took down in 2009. And I want y'all to ask yourselves, how many children were hurt, violated, or possibly lost their lives to this man because everybody kept quiet? Because Dawn wanted to be rich and famous. She wanted to be rich and famous, and she wanted to be rich and famous so bad, she didn't care how many children he messed over. She didn't care if them children ever went home again. She didn't care if those children's mothers never saw them again. She didn't care. And I'm being real with y'all. This pissed me off. I am a mother. I am a mother. And those of y'all who are mothers, I know y'all can second my motion on this one. That's your biggest fear, that somebody's going to get their hands on your baby, on your little girl. Your biggest fear is that some disgusting, lecherous man or group of men would get their hands on one of your daughters and do to them what these animals did to those young women and to those children that this woman is admitting that they had at that party. She could have put a stop to it. So how many other children were violated after that day when she saw it? Oh, she got blood on her hands, and now she wants some cash on her hands too. But she didn't care nothing about them kids, though. Right, Mace? Or your son. Or your son. Right. I was blessed to give birth to both. Oh, yes. So look. There's more. So anyway, she says Mr. Combs regularly placed Mr. Combs regularly placed Miss Richard in similar situations with no means to escape. Well, why would we believe you, Dawn? You just said Capricorn told you just wait a little while and go. Hey, Seanitra, thank you for being 102. So they let you go. Them people wasn't holding you there. You was there because you wanted to be there. She said at Mr. Combs' drug fuel parties. Why you keep hopping on the dope? You was probably using it too. Because apparently all them people over there in entertainment like the dope. They like to play with the booger sugar and the pills and stuff. I don't know why people can't just smoke regular reefer and be normal. Anyway, his guests, including Miss Richard, were required to surrender their phones upon entry. Naturally, because y'all in there breaking the law. Mr. Combs kept the doors locked and guarded by security personnel, making it impossible for her to leave without alerting Mr. Combs that she had done so. Well, why is it you didn't have to alert him before? Why is it all you had to do was talk to Capricorn and she got shot? See how the story changed when people be lying? She's trying to absolve herself of guilt, and she's guilty. She is guilty. Then she says, Mr. Combs, without alerting Mr. Combs that she had done so. Mr. Combs hired police officers to attend the parties. That was her way to try to disguise why she didn't go get help. Like every police officer in the entire city of New York, in all 5 boroughs, work for him. Girl, get off the gas. Hired police officers to attend the party. You mean off-duty police to work as security? Everybody do that whole, even the local clubs in the hood. Hey, Delightful, thank you for being 106. Hey, Catherine, thank you for being 105. Sending a clear message. Listen to it. Sending a clear message to guests that his influence extended to law enforcement officers, creating a climate of fear and tacit warning that reporting him to authorities would both be unacceptable and futile. You ain't believe that. You ain't believe that. You already told us what the issue was. Hey, Classic Quilla. You already told us what the issue was, Don. You wanted him to know he could trust you. You said you felt like he was testing you to see if he could trust you. And you wanted him to know he could trust you because you thought he could make you rich and famous. I can't stand these people. On many occasions, Mr. Combs had parties in his Miami, Florida residence that lasted for several days. At one of the parties, Miss Richard witnessed Mr. Combs openly stating that he had arranged for busloads of young exotic girls. Listen to the list, such as mixed black and Asian, Indonesian, and albino. Some of y'all know the significance of him looking for albino girls. Some of y'all know. And when I saw that, I said, well, at least now we know where he got his money. Once again, Miss Richard observed inebriated young girls being violated by Mr. Combs and his guests. And once again, she did not call the police or alert the authorities. In a state of panic and terror, she fled to the bedroom of Mr. Combs had insisted she stay in and barricaded the door with furniture. Y'all get the point. Y'all get the point. So my issue then becomes, hold on. Oh, man. Wait, what? Is this Maze? Mace with the mess sent me a cash app. Let me send a heart back. Thank you, sis. That's so sweet. She said she got something on a girl daiquiri. I think I'm going to get a big one. One of them peach Bellini daiquiris, too. Thank you for the support. But the issue is this lady literally witnessed this man, and it's more in this document. I promise you it gets worse. It's only so much of that I can take, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. Because when I was, listening to it yesterday, I got very emotional. It disturbed me to the core. But she witnessed young children being violated by her own words, not mine. And at no point did she get them help. At no point did she tell. She can miss me with all that. Oh, I was so scared. You weren't scared. Y'all have watched Aubrey O'Day drag Puffy up and up one side of the mountain, down the other side of the mountain. Ain't nothing happened to her. You have watched people all over social media drag him. You have watched people talk about him being fruity. We done watched all that, and ain't nothing happened. This woman literally covered for a child predator. She covered for somebody who is not only a child predator, according to her, he's a human trafficker. Child predator, human trafficker, and he should be on this on the sexual assault registry, according to her. And she did nothing. I hope she don't have no children, because clearly she don't care about them. She doesn't care about children. She can't. There's no way. I have not seen Aubrey come out in support of Dawn, Marcy. I don't know if she did. But yeah, one proud grandma, she just as guilty as him. At this point, the only thing that would make me feel better about any of this is if we could see Puffy go to jail. I want him to go to jail, and I want her to go with him. Anybody else that they can prove was at those parties, I don't care if you didn't participate. You witnessed the commission of a crime and you failed to report it. You covered it up since 2009. You, ma'am, you are a predator. You're just as guilty as if, right, sweet diva, how can they sleep at night? Not just association, but by complicity. I don't know if y'all know this, but how many of y'all are aware if you help somebody cover up a crime, you are an accomplice? I hope y'all know that. If you help someone cover up the commission of a crime, you are committing a crime. You're committing a crime. There's nothing you can tell me that's going to justify what this woman has done. I want her to go to jail. The fact that Cassie was there witnessing this man doing this. And remember, during her lawsuit, she told us about these parties and the freak-offs and all this weird stuff. According to Dawn told more than you, girl. Dawn said it was underage children there. So the fact that she participated with him and underage children, why is Cassie not on trial? Why is Diddy not on trial? Why is this woman not on trial? That Capricorn person, that's his assistant, who, according to Dawn, was at the party. Why is she not on trial? Everybody who, Kalina too, because according to her, they were both flown there together. Everybody who was present and helped to cover up the commission of this crime, these people need to be on trial. Now, admittedly, I do not know the statute of limitations for sexual assault against a minor in New York State. But if this is not outside of the statute of limitations for that crime, these people need to be tried. I don't know why this has turned into social media cannon fodder and jokes, because this is not funny. This is not funny. This lady is a criminal. Puffy is a criminal. Puffy been a criminal. Puffy should have been in jail ever since everything happened to Biggie. I ain't trusted him. I didn't like him before Biggie died. And then after Christopher Wallace lost his life, we all felt like you did it. You did it. I think Christopher Mama, I think Miss Violetta believe he did it too. This man should have been in jail a long time ago. And Dawn Richard had the smoking gun. And now she's telling us she had it. But she wanted to make sure that Puffy knew he could trust her. Isn't that special? Trina says, and did she think Kalina was going to say she saw that? So say she saw that she would be implicating herself. She would. But this one is so busy trying to, stir up sympathy that she didn't even consider the fact you're telling us that you covered for a child predator. Like, no one, I almost said the wrong thing. Y'all know I'm always catching my mouth. Nitra, shut up. Shut up, Nitra. Shut up. Mace with the mess say they all just as guilty. All of when I say all victims can be guilty too. But she's not a victim, though. I don't believe she's a victim. I believe that man touched you on your backside and was in front of you in your drawers because y'all must have been messing around. Because how else can you justify saying this man owed you $1,500,000 and with one group and never paid you, and you came back to work with him again? Nobody on this planet is coming back to work for somebody who owes them $1,500,000 unless y'all are playing the mattress mambo. You're not telling me that. If that man touched you on your butt at this point, the more I think about it, he touched you on your butt because he apparently may have been touching you everywhere else. Either you lying about the money or you lying about the touching, because ain't no way in the hell. I don't believe you, Dawn. Not about that. I think that you was in there and you knew you was not the person he was publicly dating, and you knew Cassie was able to circle back around and get money for her involvement in his illegal activity. So you figured, well, I wasn't a girlfriend of record, so I can't play that route. I'm going to come back and say that you actually assaulted me. I submit that it was probably consensual, because how else can you justify to us that he owed you $1,500,000 and you came back to work with him with Diddy dirty money? After Danity Kane and you didn't get paid, why would you come back? Unless y'all had something intimate going on. Tony Booth say exactly. That's why Kalina want no parts. She ain't trying to go to the feds. Right. But since this one says she fed bound, I want to help her get there. And I want her to take Sean Puffy Combs with her. This is disgusting, y'all. I'm sorry. This is disgusting. May say Cassie cut a deal. They been knew about him. She mostly told because they came to her with proof of her involvement. No, that ain't what happened. She went to Puffy first and said she was going to write a book and tried to ask for money. He wouldn't agree to give her no money unless she went back to his house. And so she filed a suit and listed all of the businesses, because those businesses have insurance policies and they would settle and pay her. But once they settled and paid her, all the cockroaches came scurrying out of the cupboards, because they knew, the people who were involved, they knew that Cassie participated in that illegal activity too. They knew it. They didn't care. They say, she was in there doing everything everybody else was doing. How she got a check? I want mine too. And let me just say this. I believe Puffy paid that little Rod guy to come out and make up all them stupid stories so that nobody would believe anything else that anyone says. Little Rod is a red herring. Like I told y'all, Wayne was trying to put out red herrings to fool people into thinking he was beefing with Drake. I absolutely believe that Little Rod is a red herring paid for by Puffy. I do honestly believe that Puffy paid that man to come out and say wild, crazy stuff like he touched his anus. Brother, unless you can explain to us how you was bent over with your cheek spread for him to reach your anus, you were paid, because nobody said something that's stupid. Yeah, she wants us to feel sorry for her, and I don't feel it. Right, definitely heinous, criminal. May says, and trust, she probably had that tape all along. I'm sure she did. Now, Melissa say, hey, Melissa say Kalina's husband used to beat her, and like Stevie J works with Diddy on projects. Okay. Didn't Kendrick tell y'all them predators moving flocks? I know I heard him say it. Trina say, I say it for you. No wonder you didn't get paid, because you a dummy. Right. And you was over there warming that Negro sheets. You say that same thing you said? Okay. Right, Blind Beauty. I'm with you, girl. Miss Nisa say, I said they sleep together since she was the only one he kept from Danity Kane. Now you back telling us that he owed you $1,500,000 from Danity Kane. Well, what the hell was he giving you to pacify you so you didn't want your money? What was he giving you so that you didn't demand your money? I'll wait. I'm going to tell you something else about that little Rob situation that makes sense to me. I believe Diddy paid that man to come out and tell them wild stories so it wouldn't be believable. But I also believe that's why Carisha fell all the way back from him. And I know everybody got their theories about, they still talk. If they do, they do. She grown. She dumb and she do, though. But I think part of the fallback, the public fallback from him, I think she might have tried to play that I'm going to stick beside him type role until that little Rod situation jumped out. And I'm going to tell you why. I believe that Carisha know a little bit more than she's saying. I believe that Carisha knows that Puffy paid that man, and I believe that Carisha feel a certain type of way about him throwing her name in it, like throwing in the dumb story about pink cocaine. Like, what the hell are you even talking about? Puffy did that. Puffy paid that man. Y'all might not never believe me, but Puffy paid that man. You're not gonna tell me Lil Rod don't know how stupid, fantastical, and drug induced that story that he's telling sounds. It sounds stupid as hell. Had done throw Stevie J in it and everything. Y'all ain't know that Stevie J started hanging around Puffy because apparently he was fine with Puffy using his name to throw everybody off. Y'all remember that? Am I bugging? Is this like the Mandela effect? Am I the only one remember this? How that story came out about Little Rod with Tyrone Blackburn with this fake BS story, right? Okay. And so after he came out with that story, remember it was part of it about, oh, he made me watch Stevie J and doing a gay sex video with Stevie J. He made me watch it. And then Stevie was like, I don't know who the hell you talking about. I ain't did nothing. And then turned out it was actually a cornucopia actor. You know, we can't say that word on here. The PORN actor. Okay. And so after that, we magically, and we ain't seen Puffy hanging with Stevie J in a long time, since before social media was really a thing. Then all of a sudden we keep seeing Stevie J kicking it with Puffy. They at the beach. They here. They there. Since when? Since when? Stevie J started hanging around because it was like, hey man, I'm gonna put your name in this if it's cool, and we gonna disprove that it's you, and I'll I'm gonna throw you some cash. All of a sudden, Stevie J spending money on grills and stuff. Like, we don't know Stevie J broke. Did we forget that Faith Evans caught you up out there because you was driving her car and stuff and trying to spend her money? You was trying to divorce Faith and ask for her cash. So we know you ain't got no money, Stevie J. Where the money come from? You ain't got no job. You ain't got no job, Stevie. And I'm watching all this play out, and I'm trying to figure out why ain't nobody else asking where Stevie J got money. You on social media talking about, I got some new grills. Well, grills cost money. I'm from the state of Florida. We know all about gold teeth, honey. I'm going to get mine soon. And they was nice, too. Where, Stevie, where you get money from? Where you work at, Stevie? Why all of a sudden you turn up hanging with Puffy? After Lil Rod put you in that bull crap, y'all ain't just start back kicking it with each other for nothing. Puffy is a pariah. Puffy is what's wrong with the black community. Puffy is doing everything that y'all keep accusing other people of doing. Y'all make up stories about other celebrities. You see them with plenty of money and you start calling them witches and stuff. That man, they're dealing in witchcraft. Ask yourselves why the hell he want albinos. I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't promote that stuff over here. But ask yourself why he was looking for albinos. Do your research and draw your own conclusion. I bet you it's not just because he liked their hair and their skin and stuff. I bet you that ain't the reason. Yeah, them love and hip hop checks absolutely dried up. Absolutely dried up. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yes. So yeah, that's the story of the day for me. That's the story of the day for me. Dawn Richard. Hey Diva 2, thank you for being 120, boo. Dawn Richard outed herself for keeping Puffy's dirty little secrets. She outed herself for covering for him while he engaged in human trafficking, sexual assault against minors, and she saw it not once but several times. Several times. and said nothing because she wanted to be rich and famous. Yes, Melissa, she could be trusted. So shout out to you, Dawn Richard. It's so great to know that you're so trustworthy. And it's also good that we know that you're a criminal. And I said before, and I'm going to say again, I hope that she don't get a dime. I hope that the feds look into this and find a way to put them in jail. Do what y'all do with the dope boys. When y'all can't make a case against the dope dealers, you call it conspiracy. Hey, FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigations. Okay. You done locked up a few of my cousins behind some cookies and slabs and stuff. You know what I mean? Why you can't come up with a conspiracy charge for Puffy and Dawn and Cassie and Kalina and Capricorn and anybody else who was at them nasty parties while he was committing these heinous criminal acts? Human trafficking is actually federal. Trafficking is federal. It's federal. If y'all can't get all the evidence, call it conspiracy. That's what y'all do to every dope boy in America. I done seen so many federal cases. Y'all can't stay out of my home state of Florida with a goddamn conspiracy case. Hey, Miss Sparkle. Thank you, sis. So where's the conspiracy case for Puffy? You raided his house and you still ain't did nothing. Now you got this chick admitting. Why don't y'all compel her to testify or threaten to lock her up if she don't? She's admitting that she was a party. She was complicit. She helped to cover it up so she could prove that she was trustworthy. Where's the case? Blind Beauty say, I make music and I would never sell women and children down the river just to be famous. That's because you're a decent person, honey. That's because you're a decent person. You're a good person. Hey, are you dreaming right now? What's up? Thank you for being 125. Thank you for being 124, Miss Sparkle. Khaleesi say, I bet they get caught up because of the trafficking. Yep. And you know what else? I bet they get caught up because so many of them that participated gonna try to circle around to get a check because Cassie got one and they know she was participating. One of them that's sack chasing, I hope they give enough evidence that the feds are forced to do something. You're not going to tell me that you're going to let him get away with it. I need Drake in jail and I need him in jail too. I need both of them in jail, under the jail. Marissa say Aubrey O'Day too. And everyone else who witnessed them, who witnessed those. Dawn Richards was 19 and was scared for her life. I ain't giving that whore nothing. You give it to her. She wasn't scared for nothing. She stayed around after that. She went to several more parties after that. She didn't call nobody. From 2009 up to 2024, you trying to tell me that whore been 19 all these years? She's still 19. Or did she stop, or did she only stop being 19 once Cassie got a check? I want her in jail. They trying young black children as adults for less. That black girl that defended herself when that clear girl came down there to jump her and attack her, and she bammed her head on the ground. First thing they did was want to try that baby as an adult. At 19, oh, you're an adult. I want her in jail. Hey, Aries son, thank you for being 124, boo. What's up, Vicky Black? Yeah, I want them all in jail. Now I'm starting to see why Kendrick keeps saying watch the party die. All of them need to go to jail. Everybody, if you witnessed it and didn't tell, if you was around it, if you participated in it, you need to go to jail. Say they need to share a cell with R. Kelly. They do. Tony Boo say she ain't have no grace for them children. She sure didn't. She didn't give a darn about them goddamn kids. She didn't care. She didn't even check to make sure them children got out of there alive. She did not care because I hope y'all realize there are some predators that will, and people that do those type of depraved acts that will actually off the victim so nobody can tell. If the victim's dead, there's nobody to tell on you. She didn't even make sure those children got out of there alive. Candy Delight say, I'm side-eyeing everybody that's been there for years and just not speaking because of Cassie. I even side-eye her motives. At this point, you should, because according to Kalina, this is the time when they was dating and she was right there with him while he was trafficking children. Why she ain't called the people? She mentioned the trafficking in her lawsuit, but y'all notice Cassie conveniently left out that it was children there. Y'all know what else? You know her husband following that weird kinky page with all them little kids on it on Instagram. And you know her husband was working for Diddy too. Let me find out he was at the parties and he was messing with the children too. At this point, I want them all to come on out. You dreaming right now, say, I don't know, I don't want nothing that bad. I would have took my so-and-so home. Me too. Me too. She wasn't scared when she was sitting up there on them TV shows. Hell no, she wasn't scared. Long as she could get what she wanted, to hell with them children, right? I gotta agree with you on this, and I don't even care for Puffy. I can't stand that joker. I want him in jail. Like, I want, if my mouth could talk him into jail, he would have been behind bars a long time ago. I want him in jail. And everybody who participated with him need to be in jail. Blind Beauty say, I used to love watching Making the Band, but I always knew Diddy's one of them people. I never wanted to sign with it all. That was a good spirit for you to follow. Yeah, but she don't work for him no more, and she ain't worked for him in a long time. Why the hell would she wait till Cassie got a check? Y'all kill me making excuses for people who prey on children. Khaleesi said they need to talk to Justin Bieber. Truth be heard, Diddy had him for a weekend with no camera. Now, if something happened to little Justin while he was a child, now Justin is what you call a victim. This harlot, this chippy, this dusty back, she's not. You dream right now, say that's what's deep is all those details were added to her case to be salacious. She really has an employment dispute. She didn't and don't give a F about them kids. She don't. She don't. And I find it real conspicuous and spooky that Cassie put all that stuff in her case, made it public, but she sure left out them underage kids. The bodyguards need to be in jail too. Gene Deal too. He over there talking about, oh, Puffy was with this man and Puffy was with that man. Well, why the hell you ain't mentioned Puffy was going with Churn, Gene Deal? Was you going with Churn too? All of them. If you ask me, every one of them need to be brought down. All of them need to be brought down. Anybody that sit down with Gene Deal on a funky blue couch, a blue milk crate, a blue Cadillac Sedan DeVille, I don't give a darn. If you're not asking him why he ain't mentioned the children, then you ain't no good either. You just as much trash as Puffy, Dawn, Cassie, the rest of them. Melissa say Cassie's husband was sleeping with Diddy. Yes, but the first to call him gay on Instagram, I mean, he was being gay with you, so I guess you know, right? As if he didn't get on his knees like Carisha brags about all the time. Oh, well, Carisha didn't brag all the time. She told that girl Gina Wynn that, and I don't know why y'all holding on to that. Like Gina Wynn wouldn't have called you the N-word with a hard ER. They all was participants. They all was participants. Blind Beauty say the victim that no Cassie witnessed them being assaulted should sue her for all that money she won from Diddy. Blind Beauty, ask yourself why they haven't. Do we know that those people made it home? Do we know that any of those victims are still alive? Do we know? Because I don't. I don't know that. Do we know that any of those people survived? Do we know that any of those children ever made it home again? Or are they just on the list of the thousands upon thousands of children who never come home again? I think Cassie made everybody feel safe, and I hope she get compensated. Made them feel safe where? Do you think those children felt safe before they got raped? I don't know who you are, and normally I welcome everybody, but you coming dangerously close to me asking you to get the hell out my house. Because what are you even talking about? Yeah, everybody that was at them parties need to be questioned, and then they need to be arraigned. Yes, right, Ms. Nisi. This needs to be a domino effect. Because how dare anybody come in here and try to explain to me that somebody participating in criminal activity and preying upon children is a great person that needs to be compensated. I say this with all of the sincerity I can muster. Please go directly to the nearest hell. You wouldn't put your life at risk for anybody, but you're comfortable coming in here caping and cloaking for women who helped this man harm children. Marissa, don't say nothing else to me. I'm just telling you that before things go the wrong way. I'm not going to block you or nothing. Maybe come back another stream because you about to make me feel a certain way about you. Khaleesi say arrest all of Hollywood at this point. I agree. We got enough paddy wagons. We got enough prison buses. Get them. Because sitting quiet when people admit to harming children is what we cannot do. Hey, Latasha Black, what's up, sis? Sandy say everybody that's talking now and was there, I'm giving the side eye. I ain't giving you the side eye. I'm calling them people on you. You need to go to jail. Trina say, my heart just dropped thinking about them kids and what they went through or going through. I'm quite sure they're having mental issues if they're still alive. Helene said, remember the next door neighbor was saying they were bringing them girls on the bus? I don't remember about the next door neighbor. And at this point, lock them up too. Because you sat there and watched them marching little children and then you ain't say nothing. I'm starting to feel in my heart when people, and this ain't just about Puffy, because I don't want y'all to feel like Seanitra just saying that because she don't like Puffy. Which I don't like Puffy. And I don't have to. I don't think I'm required to like that monkey mouth Negro. I don't think I have to like him. I don't. But this ain't just about him. This is about anybody that's harming children. And I feel as though anyone who can defend that behavior, anyone who can defend somebody who covered for him, who kept his secrets, and not just him, anybody who behaves like a grape apologist, anybody like Minaj, anybody like Drake, anybody like Birdman, anybody who watched R. Kelly do his stuff, any of these weirdos in entertainment who have harmed children or have helped other people cover up harming children, you need to be in jail. And for the general public, when I see these people online on media platforms defending the defenders, how do you defend somebody who would cover for that? You don't think that's a problem? Like, if I'm wrong, please tell me in the chat. Y'all know I'm not uncheckable. Anybody can check me. If I'm wrong, say it. I promise you I'm humble enough to accept it. But I don't think I'm wrong here. Hey, it's Tish. Thank you for being 134. Helene said, I never liked him. He always seemed off to me. He was always disgusting to me. Always very anti-black. Always problematic. Always villainous and violent toward women. Puffy has always been a problem. Khaleesi say, my cousin still love R. Kelly and I just don't get it. See, you different than me because I wouldn't talk to that cousin no more. And that go for social media too. When I hear people like, oh, but it's okay if her husband is a rapist. I don't like you either. Because what's wrong with you? May say, I do when I guess you said I knew when they raided the house. But why have they not picked him up? If you ain't got no evidence, call it conspiracy. If you can do it with dope charges, you can do it with this. Trina say, no, I do not like any child predators because if anything happens to my kids or grandkids, they better get my cell ready. Yeah, straight up. I will bump you off and sit on the curb and wait for the police. Tasha Black said, you right, I agree with you. I'm just saying, let me know. Let me know. Because this was disturbing. This was disturbing. The fact that she's admitting that she helped him cover up crimes and did not go to the police because she felt like, well, it was just a test. He wanted to see if he could trust me. Wait, what? Remember that cartel man wanted to sue him and he said Diddy asked him for children. Oh. I ain't know about that. Yeah, they definitely should be in prison. Make no mistake about it. Melissa say too much good R&B to love R. Kelly. I liked his music before knowing what he did. I'm Gen Z, so had no clue to the documentaries on him. Yeah, I ain't liked him since that mess came out with Aaliyah and he started hanging out in front of high schools. Hey, Delicia. Oh, there go my peanut. Y'all see this little girl right here? Do y'all realize how many prisons I'd have went to? I'd have pled guilty and no low contingent all day if he'd have came anywhere near my child. And you got people like Dawn Richardson, Cassie, and Kalina, Capricorn, whoever that chick is, sitting up watching him abuse and sexually assault children. And then come back later asking for a check. You want to be rewarded for harming children. Somebody need to catch her and beat the ugly off her. Candy Delight said, I never liked Puff. He just looked evil in the eyes. And yep, always something about his eyes that never sat right with me. You know, and I ain't like the fact that he could never shut his mouth either. He always sit with, that's why I call him monkey mouth, because he always sit with his mouth half gaped open. At least back in the day he did. He might have fixed that by now. Sharon say, I have to watch the replay. Yeah, okay, girl. Yep, watch it. Catch up. Marcy say, do you think his lawyers wrote this to incriminate her butt? Her lawyers? I don't know. Maybe her lawyers been paid off. You know, lawyers be paid off and stuff. Hey, Seanitra. Welcome. So I know it's a serious topic, but names say, hey, girl. I love me a Nitra. And you Aquarius Nitra too? Girl. Hey, cousin. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm a January 31st Aquarius. Dead center. Hey, Lady Blue, what's up? Yeah, Dawn is a dummy. She implicated herself. At this point, if the feds don't pick him up, it's because they don't want to. This girl just admitted to everything. At this point, this ain't even a lawsuit. This is a goddamn confession. Tony Boo say, Auntie, I wanted to address them weird comments so bad, but I respect the rules. Okay, thank you, baby. I appreciate that because I know y'all probably wanted to get her together. That's why I just, kindly told her don't say nothing else to me. They could have at least gave a tip to the that's what I'm saying. Oh, I'm so scared. You was too scared to call anonymously, ho. I can't. They got evidence, trust, but it's some big fish think he was able to do all this. Who was backing him? Yeah, I'm not buying that either. I know that's the theory that y'all want to work with, but I don't think that's it. I think it's something much worse than that. My baby look like a model. Yes, her do. Ain't her pretty? They're Mama Toot Toot. Yes, that's Mama Toot Toot. Yes. Yeah, she telling the truth about, I don't know nobody who gonna lie and implicate themselves in a crime. When I get off from here, I'm gonna tell you everything. Melissa say if these men can prey and abuse on women and prey on and abuse women and children and even innocent men like that, there's no reason to like their art. They're demons. Amen. And if you like them after that, you got a wicked spirit too. They demonic and evil too. Yep. Y'all sure right about it. I'm trying to get all the comments. Y'all gonna have to forgive me if I don't get everybody. Oh, now that I know his breath stink. Yes, it got to. You know that mouth be dried out when you can't shut it. Hey, Miss Jones, welcome, boo. Y'all, please spam the chat and welcome Miss Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones. Yep. Yeah. The people who know what they're doing, yeah, they are. Y'all, thank y'all for complimenting my beautiful baby. That's my best work ever. I don't know what her name is. They say her name Capricorn Clark. That might be her real name. That could be her real name. I met a dude named Aquarius. His breath was stank, though. His breath was stank. That man tried to I think he kissed me on my shoulder, and I wiped it off, and his breath followed me all the way home on my shoulder. I swear for God. So yeah, there's people that name their children after zodiac signs. I don't know how much drugs is involved to do that, but people do that. Capricorn Clark is the name of the person that was his assistant, and she's been listed before. Cassie was there because that's when she was dating him, because Dawn kept mentioning that she kept seeing her get punched in the gut and thrown around and body slammed off the top turnbuckle. Kalina was there because they was in the same group together, the Diddy Dirty Money. He flew them to up to New York after the BET Awards to be at the nasty party where she saw the trafficking and the child molestation going on. Who else would have been there? Probably Kalina's husband, if she was married to him and going with him back then. I'm sure he was probably in attendance while these people was committing these crimes too. Nah, Mace, I don't think it's that. I mean, you might think it's that, but I don't think it's that. I think it's something way worse than that. You just can't wrap your mind around it. I can. Who else would have been there? Oh, didn't Cassie meet the man she married to while he was working for Diddy? Was he there? Every one of them bodyguards, all of them need to be arrested. We need to find their name too. This is a criminal ring. This is a criminal ring. All of them need to be in jail. But yeah, when I started hearing that yesterday, I got real upset, y'all. You know, I was dizzy. My eyes was burning. She said they was underage. She made a point to say underage. So they was underage enough that she made the point to say that they were not legal. They wasn't legal. Hey, Jenna Harris, it has been a minute. Thank you for being like 148. I'm just checking social media real quick, y'all, to make sure I ain't missed nothing. I don't think I have, but you know it don't hurt to check. Oh, Lord. Wait, I just saw something silly, but I ain't going to talk about it. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I missed nothing. If anything else pop up that I got to talk about, okay, I will come live again this evening. If not, I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Y'all know what time it is. I need a drink. I'm going to be honest with y'all. The girl need a drink. My nerves bad. My nerves is bad. Okay? And Helene, I don't know why they haven't been arrested. And Melissa, you're right. We do need justice for those girls and those women who were being assaulted. We absolutely do. And we need a jail cell for Dawn, Kalina, Cassie, Diddy, Capricorn, the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker, and everybody else that was at them parties. Okay? All right? Thank you. So y'all know what time it is. So please hit the like button. Hit the like button on the way in. Make sure you hit my notification bell and click all so you'll know every time we go live on this porch, because we want you to come back, please. I may come back later this evening because I saw a video that I kind of wanted to go over and watch with y'all and kind of react to it. So I may come back this evening or tomorrow. I don't know, right? But so please hit your notification bell. Make sure you click all so you'll know when I'm coming back. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because you know I'm happy to have you here. And if you want to join channel membership, there's a join button beneath the video and a membership link in the description box. There's a link for our merchandise store so you can get your crown gear, and the link for my book, Little Girl, Big World, Survival Guide for Girls Leaving Home for the First Time. Make sure every girl you know has a copy, so our girls don't end up being prey to somebody like freaking Puffy. Okay? Let me show you my book, Little Girl, Big World. Okay? The link is in the description box, or you can go to Amazon.com and type in Seanitra. It will come right up. Let's please, y'all, I'm begging you, let's keep our girls safe. Okay? Now I got my Amazon storefront so we can shop together. Amazon wish list in case you want to send goodies. And more than anything, I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you for participating. Thank you for my bubbles. Thank you for my likes. Thank you to my two sisters who sent support during the stream, Daphne Sylvester and Mace with the Mess. Thank y'all for supporting my stream, and I hope to see you all again soon. Remember, in case no one else tells you today, God loves you. I love you. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. Talk to you guys later, okay? Bye.